What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to another Unapologetically Mercy video. How you doing? Today in this video, we will talk about the full moon in Scorpio. So if you are interested and you want to learn more about this full moon, stay tuned and let's get right into this video. Always a really good time for you to release things that are no longer serving you. New moons are basically, when you're setting your intentions and your manifestations for the month. So now that we have approached the end of the month, now is the time for us to reflect, to look back at the different actions or the different things that we might have manifested during the new moon and see if we can continue going towards that manifestation during the full moon into the next new moon, or if during this full moon time we need to release it, regroup, and reevaluate that plan and change it up so it can actually be beneficial for us in our highest good. This I think it's also a pink moon, will be in the water sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto, and Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So this will definitely be a time where there's going to be a transformation in an area of your life, whether it's career, finance, relationships, your relationship with yourself. You're going through a process of rebirth. You are shedding the old you in whatever version or area of your life that is no longer serving you, and you are just sprouting into the new version of you. Phenomenal. This full moon will take place on April 26th or April 27th, depending on where you are. This will also be a time where those deep issues that we might have been burying over the last month, the last 6 months, last year, however long of the time might be, this is that time where it might pop up for us. And also with it being a super moon, that means you will feel these energies more intensely. Now, if you're energy sensitive when it comes to the different moon phases like the new moons or the full moons, you might feel it more intensely than others who might not have that sensitivity. Also, depending on where you have Scorpio in your chart. So with those deep buried issues that we have been avoiding, this will be a time where they're coming to surface and they're going to make themselves present. They're going to be on our minds, and this is the time when we are encouraged to, feel those emotions, feel those thoughts, and figure out and feel your way through it. Like, is this situation that I'm still in, is it serving me, or do I need to get rid of it? Or how can I resolve this issue? Instead of waiting for someone to solve it for me, how can I solve it? How can I take the action that I might need to take? This will also be a time where you're just gonna naturally feel drawn to remove people, places, and things that are no longer serving you, and they are not going to benefit you for the new you that you're becoming, or the best version of yourself that you have been working towards. So let's say a friendship of yours is just no longer serving you, it's just not beneficial to you, it's not, you're not receiving the way that it used to, or you're just not in the same frequency as that friend no more. Maybe you have shift where you are on your, maybe you have shifted where you are on your path, and they might still be on the same frequency, so you might not connect with them in the same way. With a job, maybe you've been working this job for a few years, a few months, whatever, and it was okay for a certain amount of time, but now it's just to a point where it's like, yeah, something has to change. This job is no longer serving me. I need to find me another job. I need to go to something that is better suited for me, for my mental, my well-being, my spiritual. So like I mentioned earlier, how this is a super moon and it being in Scorpio, you might be feeling more sensitive. So someone might say something to you and you might just feel triggered. You might feel more triggered than normal, and you might actually, react instead of, taking the time to think about it and respond. And also with being with that sensitivity, you will also be more in tune with your higher self, your soul. So you'll just be more connected and tapped in with your intuition and the guidance of spirit to help guide you and lead you to this transformation of the rebirth that you are going through. That assistance and guidance will make it less scary, less anxious, because these heightened senses that our experiences can be a guide to help us through this transformational process. It's never easy to have to, put boundaries up towards family or friends or a job that you might have been really close and connected to. That's not always the easiest or funnest thing to do, but you know that it's necessary for your highest good to protect your energy and to stay aligned with your path. That there's just certain things that you need to do for you, and it's not you being selfish. I mean, yeah, you're being selfish, but you need to be selfish when you come to loving yourself. But it's not like you're being selfish in like a negative way, if that makes sense. During this full moon energy, it would also be a good time to do some rituals. If you have a full moon ritual or want to start a full moon ritual, this would be the perfect time to start it. So you could start that ritual by, doing a bath, or you could have some crystals, or you could have some candles or some incense. Depending on what you want to add or try, I would definitely suggest it. I personally, I have different crystals that I'll make sure I will sage during this time, as well as taking a nice bath. And I use essential oils, and because my energies are very sensitive around new moons and full moons, so definitely, spending that time in the water really just helps calm and relieves me, as well as burning incense and sage. So I would definitely suggest adding that to your full moon rituals. Another thing when it comes to full moon rituals is to write down on a card things that are no longer serving you or things that you're trying to release. So get you a nice note card and just write down the things that you want to release going forward into the next month, the next 60 days, the next year. Write down the different things that you are wanting to release. And once you have completed, writing your note card, you should burn it and, you release it into the atmosphere and into the universe, as setting your intention that you are trying to release this. This is no longer serving you. This could also be a time where secrets are being revealed to you, whether that is in a relationship, whether it is within a job. This also could be a time where new information might be coming your way. You might be learning about different secrets, in your career, your relationship, or you could be receiving new information about a relationship or about a career, or a combination of the both. Another thing that we should keep in mind during this full moon energy is might feel scattered, we might feel anxious, we might feel agitated, since we're going through this rebirth and transformational energy. And that's not always the easiest to deal with, because it is uncomfortable. It's not, something that we're used to. It's out of our comfort zone. So it might not be the easiest, to adjust and adapt to it, So just be mindful of that. You might be feeling very anxious and overwhelmed, or just overthinking a specific thing that you want to do. Make sure you have different things to keep your energy grounded. So if you have a garden, spend time in your garden, which would also be you spending time outside with nature. So spend more time with nature. Spend some time hugging the tree if you want to hug a tree, or spend some time, in nature, just sitting in the grass or just walking barefoot in the grass. Different things that can ground you, as well as, baths that can ground you too. Please try to incorporate your grounded self-care routine during this time, because you might be feeling those energies and you want to stay grounded so you don't, negatively impact your manifestations. Because I, for one, can definitely attest to this energy. And another thing with these energies of transformation, with you feeling the anxiety and the agitation, it is easy to want to run away from whatever project or plan or goal that we are going towards that causes this anxious, feeling. But this is a good anxious. This is a good agitated. This is leading us towards change and growth, and not stagnation. So embrace that energy. Do it scared. Go for it scared. Go for it anxious. It's okay. How will this full moon impact you personally? I'd say depending on where Scorpio is in your chart, if If Scorpio is in your sun, moon, rising, Mars, or Venus, which are your personal planets, see where those are. Also look at the houses that are ruled by Pluto, which might be impacted as well. All right, you guys, that's all I have for you guys today on the full moon in Scorpio. So let me know in the comments down below if you made it to the end of this video by commenting a Scorpio emoji or by commenting a full moon emoji, or share in the comments what is an area of your life where you are transforming, or that you're actively going towards, that you want to go towards, that you're feeling pushed to go into that direction. What is something that you are transforming and rebirthing yourself from? Also, if you want to share that, put that in the comments down below, okay? All right, so yeah, guys, until next time, you guys stay blessed and hydrated, with peace, one love, and high vibrations. Continue to become the best version of yourself. Continue to shed the things that are no longer serving you. Continue getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and going through the growth and the change that will help you live the best life that you are trying to manifest, okay?